question, you know, one of my favourite saying, Rex is going to smile now because Rex and I have worked together for many years, and he's heard me say this a billion times because it's my favourite phrase about asking clients what they want. When I would say, Ford said, if I ask people what they wanted, they'd have asked for a faster horse. And this is the same kind of thing here. Is if you ask people what they want an LED that looks like tungsten. But I suspect that's just a faster horse, because if we can manipulate LED light in all these ways to make colours more vibrant, to replicate daylight, to follow circadian rhythm, to really start to generate a different lighting environment, why would we keep trying to replicate tungsten light? You know, it's a caveman thing. It's that we sat in our caves at night with our fire, and from that very moment we tried to recreate that. We made gas lamps and candles. Even when we had electricity, we made hot bits of fire in a gas boiler. It's just interesting that we're still linked to that. But when we want to judge colour, actually we take it outside. It's if we respond to daylight a whole lot more better than we do to interior lighting. I mean, who hasn't spent the day inside this building and walked outside at the end of going, wow, that's not just the fresh air, that's that kind of instant response to light that we get. So, if we can recreate tungsten, why aren't we creating daylight? And what is the standard light? You know, there's a lot of cultural things. If you've spent any time in Asia or some of the poorer developing countries, and you look at those verandas, they're using warm tungsten light, they use a cooling temperature. And why is that? Why do they use a cold, given the option, why do they use a cold temperature light? Well, there's a few reasons it could be. One is, our eyes are more receptive to that. So they get more light, they get more bang for the buck if they use more light. Because remember, our eyes really see blue light much better. So for the same 40 watt strip light, they get 30% more power. So it could be that. It could be that they're living in hot countries, and actually it's nice to have cool light. It could be just that that's what they didn't spend as much time in their caves as us and all the Europeans did. Maybe they've got a whole different set of biological things going on which makes them less attuned to tungsten. So, we were never really designed to live in these boxes, and what's been fascinating over the last 6 or 9 months is I've talked to a whole bunch of kind of international experts in developing, like Suji, who made this Sora, who won the Nobel Prize for Physics for his invention of violet LED, and to Professor Paolo, who from Italy has been creating real daylight. What's fascinating for me isn't how are we going to make tungsten light, because actually we're pretty close. What we have is a poor set of measures for it. What we can start to do is to create daylight, because given an opportunity, actually we'd rather be living in daylight. This is an installation at the Como, at the University of Como, where he's creating light. And you'll notice in here that this isn't so much about this spot of light here. Look at the shadows. Look at the gradation of colour of blue. That looks like daylight. You'll notice as the shadow behind this chair, right behind the chair, that's really dark, because close up, it's completely shadowed from the sun. So the shadow is dark. As you move the object further away, then the shadow gets blurred, because the point source of the sun is disappearing, and the blue, the energy of the blue sky starts to permeate space. Look at this. This room is one colour, but the light falling in it is illuminating it in different ways, and it's illuminating in different ways because some of it's in a patch of sun, some of it's illuminated by the blue sky. The sense of space that you get, and did you get an opportunity to see the skylight last night? What do you think?
I think it's that.
Oh, great, good. So this is the one in our experience centre, and this isn't meant to culminate in you should come to our experience centre, but you should come to our experience centre and see this, because it is absolutely revolutionary in terms of lighting, and it really does start to point the way of how we can start lighting our interior spaces, not using candles and fires, and yeah, that's great for the evening, but during the day in a usable space, we should really be fighting to start to produce light which feels more like daylight and less like white.